We've got some exciting stuff to talk about here on New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports, as the Knicks are 3 preseason games into the books, another game on Monday night. But we got to talk about the major changes and things you should be excited about. Before we do that, I'm excited to say thank you to every single person that is subscribed to Knicks Now by Chat Sports. We crossed over 80,000 subscribers on Sunday. An amazing achievement, and it's all possible because of you, the best Knicks community on YouTube. If you love the Knicks and you want free videos every single day, join the team. Hit that sub button right now. You are watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Let's dive into it. Some exciting takeaways following the first 3 preseason games for the New York Knicks. Exciting news item number 1, they are a completely different basketball team. Something that caught my eye that was a headliner following the OT win over the Minnesota Timberwolves back on Thursday was that Mike Brown, head coach for the Knicks, said they ran 0 offensive plays against Minnesota. A major changeup of what has gone on before Brown was here and Tibbs was the head coach. We would always joke around that Tom Thibodeau didn't have a playbook. Thing was, it was overstructured. There were too many plays, and there was always something the Knicks were supposed to be doing instead of reading, reacting, and a lot of other things. My guy Christian Winfield, who covers the New York Knicks, saying Mike Brown says the Knicks played the entire game without a single play call, just reading the opponent and reacting accordingly. Says he wants the team to learn to play off of instinct before they begin running sets. And I absolutely love that because you're going to be told what to do by the game. Shout out to Tom Thibodeau, who once famously said the game will tell you what to do. But you're also going to see a team start to figure out how they play off their teammates better, and understanding that you always don't have to fall back into the set and you should be able to read and react. Mike Brown saying this: we've restricted our guys to doing certain things. We played the entire game out of our read and react early offense. We don't have a single play call in yet. We play off of makes and misses. Take what the defense gives us. I absolutely love this approach from Mike Brown. There is so much offensive talent on this team that loading in a super detailed 5-inch playbook is going to, I believe, hinder the success that they could potentially have. And sometimes the best offense is free flow offense, and you're reading and reacting, and you're letting the game tell you what to do. Tom Thibodeau said that over and over and over again, and I do believe he meant it. But there was an extremely structured way about that and behind those words. Whereas Mike Brown will get to installing his offense, and that will happen. But right now, it's read and react, free-flowing, play fast, get up and down, run at that helter-skelter pace, and ball and player movement. That is what this team is going to play like. And I am super excited to see it. And we're already seeing some players play at a little bit of a higher level than they did under Tibbs under this new offensive system. I get it, 3 preseason games. We don't want to overreact, but it is very evident, that this offense is going to look different and play different. They're also going to let it fly from downtown. That's been a major takeaway for me through the first 3 contests in the preseason. This team wants to get up threes. They want to let it fly. Mike Brown talks about it all the time. We want paint touches that turn into spray threes. In the first preseason game against the 76ers, they made 8 of 39 threes. Preseason game number 2 against the Sixers in Abu Dhabi, 36 attempted threes. And this past Thursday against the Minnesota Timberwolves, 57 threes were hoisted by the New York Knicks. If you were to average that out between 3 games, they would be making 11.6 out of 44 attempted threes. 44 attempted threes would have been number 2 in the NBA last year. I'm not trying to paint the picture that more threes is a good thing, but the Knicks are an extremely talented shooting team. Right now, the shots aren't falling. Not really worried about that. It's the 3rd preseason game. the shots are going to fall. But when you factor in the Knicks are getting that many threes up and shooting just 26%, I think it's important to note that Karl-Anthony Towns hasn't made a three. Jordan Clarkson is shooting less than 1% from downtown. Jalen Brunson isn't shooting the ball well at all. Andrew Shamit's not shooting it well. Malcolm Brogdon is not shooting the ball well. All five of these guys have the capability of shooting 38% plus from downtown. Right now, they're not doing it. They need to be good threes. Those will continue to come, but I like the idea of getting up more threes than the opponent, especially when you have guys that can knock it down in a serious clip, like Mikal Bridges, like OG Anunoby. We've seen Miles McBride be able to do it. Gershon Yabusele as well. This team has the tools and the resources to be a team that gets a lot of threes up, and that is how Mike Brown wants to play. One thing that I thought has been a little bit concerning, and James L. Edwards, who covers the Knicks for The Athletic, has pointed it out. I've said it on a video before. Brown on the team getting up close to 145 three-pointers in the preseason so far, but Cat only taking 5 of those, said he believes it's a product of Karl-Anthony Towns still getting adjusted and playing a role that forces him and Yabusele to learn every spot. Said Karl-Anthony Towns and his gravity alone is impactful. I don't remember if it was after the first preseason game or second preseason game. I think it was the second one. I said I was a little bit worried about Karl-Anthony Towns, not extremely worried, but you can see he's still trying to find his footing, still trying to find his role in the way that he could be used on this basketball team. I'm not worried about the three-point shot for him. He's the best big man three-point shooter of all time. But I do think from being a 5 under Tom Thibodeau, who primarily played from the top of the key and down, now going to the 4 and being a perimeter player once again, it's going to take some getting adjusted to. I think it may take some time, but when we get to 2026 and we get to January and February, Cat will be who Cat is, who is a high-volume, knockdown, three-point shooter. I expect the Knicks to be top 5 in attempts this year. I think there's a world where they're top 5 in percentage as well. Got a couple more thoughts, and I want to single out a player who I think deserves a lot of credit for the Knicks and how they've played in their first handful of preseason games. But first, this Knicks quarter zip, it's on sale, a major sale. Was $65, now it's just $37, almost 50% off. Is that 50% off? Almost. Chatsports.com/KnicksQZip. Get your quarter zip today. Mikal Bridges, he looks like a completely different player with this basketball team under Mike Brown. He's playing with a higher confidence level, a confidence that you could see he has in himself, but confidence in the system, his role, and what is being asked of him as well for the New York Knicks. In just 19.7 minutes per game, the guy's averaging almost 12 points per game. Like, he could be the second leading scorer on this team. Like, it's going to be Brunson and Towns, but I think Bridges is going to be right there as well. And he's shooting the cover off the ball on top of that. Almost 54% from the deck, nearly 42% from beyond the arc. And we're seeing him play with a much more aggressive mindset, not just when it comes to getting shots up, but getting to the rim, running in transition, laying the basketball up. There's been multiple times where he has went and touched glass and laid it up, and he's not shying away from contact. He's not fading away from 4 feet from the basket. He looks much more confident heading into year 2 with this ball club. And I think Mike Brown deserves a lot of credit for that. He's been pretty vocal about how good of a player and how good of a fit he thinks Mikal Bridges is going to be on this team and in his system. And you can see he is already showing signs that he is almost a perfect fit in this Mike Brown offense. And that's what you want to see. I don't know if we'll get back to the nearly 25 point per game score that Bridges was with the Brooklyn Nets, but can you get a guy that's looking for his shot, confident in his shot, able to be a threat from every piece of wood on the floor? That's only going to open it up more for Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson and so many other players on this team. Bridges has talked about the offseason. Now, there was a lot of pressure on him last year and how he wasn't all that comfortable and he let that affect him a little bit. Shout out to Knicks Fan TV, CP, and shout out to Alan Hahn. They did a podcast together, and Hahn said on there, the Knicks, speaking on Mikal Bridges, they couldn't get him out of the gym this summer. He wants to change the narrative, and he's putting in the work to do so. If the Knicks are going to put a banner in the rafters at Madison Square Garden, a major ingredient to that will be Mikal Bridges playing the best basketball of his NBA career. He is the ultimate X factor for this team. There's a lot on his shoulders, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities on his plate as well. But if he can execute, continue to play with confidence, and just be the guy that we all know and hope that he can be, you now have one of the best backcourts in the NBA with Brunson and Bridges. And that was the idea of why you traded all those picks to go out and get him. More confident, more comfortable, and hopefully more of an impact player on offense, and continues to keep the solid work up on defense. I'm ready to see it, man. I'm pumped up for year 2, Mikal. I'm pumped up for this Knicks basketball team. We are like a week away. It's October 13th today. Play on the 22nd, 9 days away. If you're ready for the regular season, hit that thumbs up icon and make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter @MarshallGreen_.